Hi, I'm Laura Miolla from Moxie Life Coach, and today I'm going to be talking about how we as a society, we as individuals, numb ourselves, how we distract ourselves from, our experience in the moment. So, as a coach, I see that mechanism, that numbing strategy, uh, manifests itself, especially when people are going through the shock of divorce. They're on the emotional roller coaster. They're going into this unknown divorce negotiation process. And so that's too much to take. Too much. Stop. It's too much to take. I can't handle it. And so numbing strategies typically manifest themselves as, drinking, drugs, sex, television, shopping, social media, any which way that we can not deal with what we're experiencing in the moment, with what we're feeling inside. These are all distractions from us. So I see these strategies. I see them in people going through divorce. And I also see them in people either going through divorce because they or their spouse has an addictive numbing strategy. And so in any which way, it takes us out of being present and mindful, which is where we're powerful. So when we can't be in our experience, when we can't handle it, and we distract ourselves with these other things, it's making us powerless. It owns you. Especially when I see the addictive numbing strategies, with booze and drugs and those kinds of things. That's when it truly owns you. Those strategies dictate what your experience then is. You've given over your power to those things. And again, that damages relationships, it damages connection, it damages your connection with yourself, and it also warps and twists your experience in this present moment. And I get it, we are all addicts of some sort or other. Again, whether it's watching too much television, shopping, spending money, eating too much ice cream, being on social media too much, our smartphones are a numbing strategy. We all have something that we retreat to when we're tired or we just can't do it anymore. And I get that. Certainly, I do that as well, when you just want to kind of make it quiet, make it still. But when it becomes a pattern, or when you get stuck in that, it gets harder and harder to pull yourself out of that hole. Because that starts shaping what you know. That becomes your default. And that just perpetuates itself to the point where you are not really experiencing your life. You only get one shot at this thing called life, and you've thrown it away because you've created a shield between yourself and life. And I can tell you, in the divorce process, you need to be present. You need to be mindful. You need to be making values-based decisions. We need to get you off the emotional roller coaster and actually experiencing what is happening in that moment. Because again, once you're stuck in that numbing strategy, those distractions, it gets worse and worse and worse, and there's no way out. So the first thing to do is, what is your numbing strategy? What is your default? What do you go to when you just can't take it anymore? Acknowledge that. And decide how you want to be with it. Do you want that to run your life? Or do you want to choose something else? Start choosing other things. Start experiencing other things. Put the phone down. Turn off the TV. Go to the beach, go take a walk. Just try other things so that you can break that pattern, so it doesn't harm your experience, your connection with yourself, and what happens in the divorce process. And certainly if you're living with someone who is a true addict, it's all about understanding your patterns so that you can break those and actually be an inspiration for the people who can't find their way out. You can't fix it. They have to choose that, just like you have to choose it. So show them how. There are other tools, tips and tricks for being more present, being more mindful. So think about how you can apply these things in your life and how you want to connect with other people, how you want to be present with them and create connection with them and yourselves. And feel free to visit my website for all my free resources, become a Moxie member, or schedule a free consult with me. Until next week, speak your truth, even when your voice shakes.